Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. We're just about set for a kickoff as we resume action in the second quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives. So well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On third down. And complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to claw one back. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It's Jackson again on the reception. Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it. But it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you. Because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in here by Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Jets who have the lead with that one getting close to halftime. A touchdown pass there for Zach Wilson. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Robbie Anderson with 3 touchdown receptions. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On first down, Tagovailoa. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
This is intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Mills. Williams brings it in. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down throw for Mills. Cooks on the quick slant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mills. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Looking to throw is Mills. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. On play action, here's Tua. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Working out of the gun, Mills. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Jackson. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know something?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Dolphins. Dallas Goddard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, today's NFL. Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mills from the gun on third down. Open man, and the ball is knocked out, and the Dolphins have got it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Deron Harmon makes the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches. Still want to be prepared for a pass. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Edmonds. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Gaskin will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you see.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
They'll let Taylor try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a second down throw for Mills.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Mills now.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Well, the jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle.
30 yards!
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Throwing, Mills.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Jerome Baker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston.
On the return, Jackson. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Mills.
Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mills to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Cohen.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Mills again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Mills on 3rd and 2.
Nowhere to go here. He lost gets the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Mills. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Mills over the middle. It's caught by Rodgers. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
25 yards there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
To his throw there into the hands of Ross.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mills.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodgers. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Jackson to return. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead second down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And, oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides.